Hi, this is Cecia. We're going to be starting with a new project today. Let's count this lab 5. Okay, so we're going to be doing question number 1. And this was the times 10 method. Okay. Okay. So first, let's declare our variables. Double output. And then let's put in number 2 that we're gonna be multiplying times 10. Let's set it as 20.0. Okay. And we're gonna be using a second method, so let's be able to call that. So it's gonna be double, and then it's gonna be 10 times, and then it will be including our number. Okay, now we can set up our display. So original, and then system dot out print, and then let's do new version, a new value. Okay, now we're going to be able to create our second method. So it's going to be public static double, and I'm going to name it this. Okay, the integer value. This is going to be our perimeter, and then let's declare our variables again. So result double we need another one, so it's gonna be result equals value. We're gonna get this one, and then times 10, and then we can return result, and then it's gonna take us back to here. So it's gonna save the number to this variable output, and then here we put number, and then here we can now put a new value, which will be output, and we forgot to semicolon. Oh, double. Okay, so it works. That's question number 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna be starting with question number 2. And it's calculating time and falling distance, which is d equals times gt to the power of 2. Okay, now we can set up our main method. So first, let's set up our variable. So double distance. Okay, and let's type how it's gonna look, and we want it to look like a table. So it's gonna be tab, 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 and falling distance. Okay, so now we can create a loop for 10 seconds. Okay, but before that, let's create another second method, static double, and it will be called falling distance, and this is gonna take the time. Okay, so for int time equals, and we want to start at 1, so it's gonna be this. Okay, and so now it's gonna be times, and we set for 10 seconds, and it's gonna increment. So it's gonna be distance equals falling distance. This is gonna call our second method. Okay, and now we want to format. Let me just call the second method here, and we want to format how our number's gonna look. So since we're dealing with decimals, it's gonna be with D. Tab, tab. And then we want to have it with 2 space and a new line, and it's gonna be with time and then distance. Okay, now we can start with the second method. So let's secure. Okay, so we do have a constant which for gravity. So constant, we're just gonna put final, and gravity equals 9.8. Okay, let's declare our variable again. Distance distance equals, what's the, okay, times gravity times, and times to the power of 2, so it's math how, and and we're gonna graph this to the power of 2, and then we return the result that it gave us back to the main method. I guess, I mean, it is a constant. Okay, well, that worked. Okay, so that's question number 2. Okay, now we're gonna start with question number 3. Question number 3, and we're gonna be just converting centigrade to Fahrenheit. And just so that we won't forget, the formula is 0.2 divided by 0.5 times centigrade plus 32. Let me just verify that. Okay. Now we can start with, let's start with our main method, public static void. Let's declare a variable. Okay, so let's set up our table. Centigrade, Fahrenheit. Okay, and now we can actually create our loop for the centigrade, and 20 times. Let me verify that. Yeah, so 0 to 20. Okay, so for I and C for centigrade equals 0, C equals to 20, and then we need to increment it. Okay. Where will I put semicolon? Okay, now we can call our second method. So F equals Fahrenheit, and this will contain our centigrade. Did I spell that right? Fahrenheit. Okay. Let's go down here so we don't forget. Okay. So it's gonna be public static double Fahrenheit, and it's gonna contain our centigrade. What am I putting there? Okay. Okay. We actually want, since it's a table, we want to format it. So decimal equals, and we want the number to have 2 decimal spaces, so 0.2. you learn. Okay. Comma, and then it will contain centigrade first, and then Fahrenheit. Okay. So it's gonna be double. And this will give us, this will contain our result. Now we can calculate, we'll convert the centigrade to the Fahrenheit. Okay, so where is it? So it's 9.0 divided by 5.0 times centigrade, and this is coming from here. Yeah. So each number, each time is gonna loop. It will go to the second method. And then each number is gonna be printed one by one, and it's just gonna repeat until it ends at 20. Okay, what's next? Centigrade plus 32. Now we can return. We can type return and result. So this result will go back to the main method here, and then it will proceed with the lines. Okay, it's the format. What did I do? I forgot the F. Okay, so there we go. It works. So 0 to 20. Okay, so that's question number 3. Okay, now I'm gonna be starting with question number 4. Number 4. And it's gonna be distance travel. Okay. Let's start now. So we're gonna take care of my variable. So double speed and double time. Double distance travel. Let's go back. Okay, demonstrate. Okay. Right name called distance. Okay. Okay. So it's gonna be distance, and would be, and it's gonna take 2 arguments. So speed and ¿Cómo se llama? Time. Okay. Now we can set up what the user is gonna see. So we're gonna put the distance travel was, and let's grab our variable travel. Okay. We need to initialize what we're gonna calculate. So I forgot here. So distance equals speed times time. So let's put speed 40 and time equals, let's say it took them 2 hours. Okay. Now let's go to our second header method. Public static double this seems in time. Okay. Result. Let's declare that variable first. And we know that result means that speed times time. Then return result. Okay. Travel. So we already declared this, so we don't need this. Is it because of this? I can make this 2 arguments. Okay, so that is correct. Let's try another one. 2. Okay, so the distance traveled was 40. Okay, so that's question number 4. Thank you.